Hey everyone, this is a mini lesson on how to ask which one do you like better in Korean. The simplest and the most common pattern that you can use is noun 이 or 가 좋아요, another noun 이 or 가 좋아요. So basically, this pattern can be used when you like the other person to choose one thing among two or more choices. 좋아요 means something is good, but it also means that you like something. So literally translated, it means, do you like noun? Do you like another noun? Let's look at some examples. 엄마가 좋아, 아빠가 좋아. 엄마가 좋아, 아빠가 좋아. This is the most common question where this pattern is used. So 엄마 means mom and 아빠 means dad. So you can guess that this means who do you like more, mom or dad? 엄마가 좋아, 아빠가 좋아? Let's look at another example. Or this time, let's try making a question on your own using these two nouns. So 고양이, 고양이 means a cat. 강아지 means a puppy or a dog. So if you want to ask, what do you like more, cat or dog? Using the same pattern that we just learned, how would you ask? I will give you 10 seconds. So you can say 고양이가 좋아, 강아지가 좋아, which would be in 반말, informal, less polite form. And 고양이가 좋아요, 강아지가 좋아요, which would be 존댓말. That's a more formal and politer form. Let's try another question, this time using these new nouns. 맵다 means to be spicy, and 매운 is the modifier form of 맵다, so it means spicy. So if you say 매운 음식, it means spicy food. 달다 means to be sweet, and 단 is the modifier form of 달다. So if you say 단 음식, it means sweet food. So can you try asking, what do you like more, spicy food or sweet food? Using the same patterns that we just learned. I'll give you 10 seconds to make your own question. 매운 음식이 좋아요, 단 음식이 좋아요? 매운 음식이 좋아요, 단 음식이 좋아요? Notice that this time the particle is changed. Both nouns are marked with E and not ka, right? And that's simply because both nouns end in final consonant. Okay, so great job so far, guys. And here are a couple of variations you can use in this type of question. You can simply add 더, which is an adverb that means more. 엄마가 더 좋아, 아빠가 더 좋아, 고양이가 더 좋아, 강아지가 더 좋아, 매운 음식이 더 좋아, 단 음식이 더 좋아. You can also add 아니면 between two sentences. 아니면 literally means if not, and it also means or. 엄마가 좋아, 아니면 아빠가 좋아? 고양이가 좋아, 아니면 강아지가 좋아? 매운 음식이 좋아, 아니면 단 음식이 좋아? You can also use both 더 and 아니면 in the same question. 엄마가 더 좋아, 아니면 아빠가 더 좋아? 고양이가 더 좋아, 아니면 강아지가 더 좋아? 매운 음식이 더 좋아, 아니면 단 음식이 더 좋아? Other variations would be that you don't always have to use it with 좋아요. You can use it with other verbs or adjectives to mean which one does verb more or which one is more adjective. For example, 어렵다 is an adjective that means to be difficult. So if you want to ask which one is more difficult among two choices, you can ask noun 이가 어려워요? Another noun 이가 어려워요? 한국어가 어려워요? 영어가 어려워요? 한국어 means Korean, 영어 means English, so you can guess that this question means which one is more difficult, Korean or English, right? And the variations could be 한국어가 더 어려워요? 영어가 더 어려워요? 한국어가 더 어려워요? 아니면 영어가 더 어려워요? And here's a more advanced structure of a question that asks the same thing. So you can also ask 한국어랑 영어 중에 뭐가 더 어려워요? Literally, it means among Korean and English. 뭐가, what is, 더 어려워요, more difficult. 한국어랑 영어 중에 뭐가 더 어려워요? So this is another pattern you can note that you can use when asking this type of question. If you want to ask someone, which one are you better at, Korean or English? You can use this verb, noun을 잘하다, which means to be good at noun, right? Or to do noun well. So let's try asking, which one are you better at, Korean or English? You can come up with as many variations as you can, and this time also I will give you 10 seconds. So 3 possible variations would be 한국어를 더 잘해요, 영어를 더 잘해요, 한국어를 더 잘해요, 아니면 영어를 더 잘해요. 한국어랑 영어 중에 뭘 더 잘해요? Among Korean and English, which one are you better at? Right? Let's look at a few other example sentences. 서울 means Seoul, the capital city of Korea, and 지방 means any other non-capital provinces or cities. 서울에 살아요? 아니면 지방에 살아요? This would mean, do you live in Seoul or somewhere else? 책 means book. 영화 means movies. So if you say 책을 더 좋아해요, 영화를 더 좋아해요? Do you like books or movies more? 학생 means a student. 직장인 means a worker, a working person, usually someone who has an office job. So if you ask, 학생이에요, 직장인이에요? It would mean, are you a student or do you work? 커피 means coffee. 차 means tea. 커피 마실래요? 차 마실래요? Coffee or tea, which one would you like? 여행 means travel or trip. 여름 means summer. 겨울 means winter. So, 여행을 여름에 하고 싶어요. 겨울에 하고 싶어요. Would you like to travel during the summer or winter? Okay, so now that we learned how to ask which one do you like better or which one applies to you, let's learn various ways to answer these types of questions. So I will give you my answer to each question. 엄마가 좋아요? 아빠가 좋아요? 둘 다 좋아요. 둘 다 means both. 둘 다 좋아요 would mean I like them both. 고양이가 더 좋아요. 강아지가 더 좋아요. 둘 다 좋아요. 근데 고양이가 조금 더 좋아요. I like them both, but I like cats a bit more. 매운 음식이 더 좋아요. 단 음식이 더 좋아요. 매운 음식이 더 좋아요. 서울에 살아요? 아니면 지방에 살아요? 저는 지방에 살아요. 책이랑 영화 중에 뭘 더 좋아해요? 둘 다 똑같이 좋아해요. 둘 다 똑같이 좋아해요. 똑같다 means to be the same or equal. So 똑같이 would mean equally. I like them both equally. 커피 마실래요? 차 마실래요? 아무것도 안 마실래요? 둘 다 이미 마셨어요. 아무것도 plus negative verb means nothing. So 아무것도 안 마실래요? I would like neither one of them. 이미 already 둘 다 both 마셨어요. Drank. I already drank both of them. 여행을 여름에 하고 싶어요. 겨울에 하고 싶어요. 여름은 너무 더워서 겨울에 하고 싶어요. Summer is too hot, so I would like to travel during the winter. Okay, so hopefully now you guys get the hang of how to ask and answer which one out of two or several choices you like better or applies to you in Korean. And before we wrap up, I would like to touch upon this grammar that you see on the screen because this is the grammar point where a lot of learners seem to feel slight confusion on exactly how to use it. So the bottom line is you cannot use 이나 and 거나 in questions that ask the other person to choose one out of two or several choices. So asking 엄마나 아빠가 좋아요? 엄마가 좋거나 아빠가 좋아요 sound quite awkward and it doesn't mean do you like mom more or dad more. So when should we use 이나 and 거나? So first off, to learners who are learning this grammar for the first time, 이나 is a particle that means or. So particle meaning it marks nouns. So when you say noun 이나, another noun, it means noun or another noun. If the preceding noun ends in final consonant, you can say noun 이나, like 집이나 학교, home or school. Since 집 ends in 받침, you can use 이나. And if the preceding noun ends in a vowel, you can say noun 나. So for example, 커피나 차, coffee or tea, and you can see that 커피 is marked with 나 instead of 이나 because 커피 ends in a vowel. 거나 also means or, and unlike 이나, which is the particle, 거나 can only be used with verbs and adjectives, stems of the verbs and adjectives. So if you want to say verb or verb, adjective or adjective, you can use 거나. So let's look at some of the example sentences where 이나 and 거나 is used to understand their usage. 주로 어떤 음악 들어요? 주로 어떤 음악 들어요? 저는 재즈나 힙합을 좋아해요. 저는 재즈나 힙합을 좋아해요. 오늘 뭐 먹을까요? 태국 음식이나 이태리 음식 어때요? 태국 음식이나 이태리 음식 어때요? 한가할 때 뭐 해요? 한가할 때 뭐 해요? 음악을 듣거나 자요. 음악을 듣거나 자요. So as you can see from these example sentences, ina and kona are mostly used when you're giving the list of potential choices and it hasn't been decided which choice will be acted on, either because it simply depends. Sometimes you do this, sometimes you do that, or it could be because you're just not sure which one to choose yet. So those are usually the cases where ina and kona can be used and sounds the most natural. And they normally are not used in questions that require you to make one single choice. And there are also some variations or alternatives in this grammar. Noun, ina, noun, can also be interchangeably used with noun 아니면, another noun. We learned that 아니면 means if not or. So you can say 저는 재즈 아니면 힙합을 좋아해요. This would also be a correct way to say it. And 태국 음식 아니면 이태리 음식 어때요? This would also be a correct way to say it. If you're using it with 거나, you can say 음악을 듣거나 아니면 자요. 거나 itself cannot be removed, but you can simply add 아니면 right after 거나. 음악을 듣거나 아니면 자요.